So I'm streaming something on Roku last night when I get a very vague teaser for a TV show that seems to have Jason Momoa in it. There's some intriguing visuals, an Apple logo, and then nothing. I had to Google it to find out that it was in fact Momoa because his name wasn't even mentioned in the ad. I find out it's a show about a dystopian future where people can't freaking see anymore, which is why it's called See. That's the name of the show. I guess my question is, why the f aren't more people talking about this? This shit is underhyped! A dope new show starring everyone's favorite man-child? Well, I went down a rabbit hole of research, so we are gonna talk about it, like big time. So here's what we know so far about See. First up, when and where can you watch it? Easy one, Apple TV Plus on November 1st. Oh, more? Apple TV Plus is Apple's new streaming service, because if you don't have a streaming service right now, like, are you even a business? What are you even doing with your life? The service is also coming out November 1st, which means the show is premiering with its release. It looks like Apple is investing a lot in the show's success. They're reportedly paying $15 million per episode with a 10-episode first season, and each episode is around 60 minutes. Having said that, the service itself is only $4.99 a month and free after purchasing certain Apple products. You know, they gotta compete somehow. They're like one of 1,000 streaming services. Next, the cast and crew. Well, first off, Jason freaking Momoa! That's why I'm surprised I haven't heard more hype, man. Aquaman himself, Jason freaking Momoa, stars in this shit. The rest of the cast also looks pretty stellar and includes Academy Award nominee Alfre Woodard, who you'd recognize more recently from her work on stuff like A Series of Unfortunate Events, Luke Cage, and The Lion King. Also, Sylvia Hoeks is the big bad. You'll recognize her from Blade Runner 2049 and Girl in the Spider's Web. Well, I guess first someone would have to see Girl in the Spider's Web. The show is written by Stephen Knight of Peaky Blinders, which is a dope show, so that's an exciting thing in itself. And it's directed by Francis Lawrence, who helmed 3 of the 4 Hunger Games films. So I'm just gonna assume it's a blind Hunger Games. Anyway, long story short, the cast and crew is good. So let's move on to what we really want to talk about, the plot. Okay, get ready, because this show has a great premise. I already told you what it was, but I'm still really excited to say it again. In a dystopian future, humans have lost their sight and found new ways to adapt. Oh, the irony of being blessed with this beautiful man's presence and being unable to see him. It looks like technology and civilization as we know it was a thing because we see remnants of it in the trailer. Even things like fiction novels emphasizing how far society has gone from where it once was. Momoa plays a character named Baba Voss, whose twins, a son and a daughter, are born able to see. Hoeks' character, Queen Kane, seems to be one of the people that believes sight is evil?
The evil of light once almost destroyed the world.
Anyway, she wants the twins. And Momoa is like, no way, bro. So he starts messing fools up with this big ass butcher knife thing. And it looks sick! Anyway, that seems to be the show in a nutshell. Babies and senses and butcher knives. It kind of feels Children of Men-ish, but like Momoa is the new, bigger, buffer Clive Owen. The actors apparently really did perform the fight scenes blind, and they had to train for them in the darkness. Momoa said this about his experience working on the show. The hardest thing I've ever done as an actor, and I'm very proud of it. That sounds intense. Apparently, Stephen Knight also had a lot of blind and vision impaired people involved to make sure that what they were portraying was accurate, to get their best guess as to how this shit would have really gone down. And if you're a Game of Thrones fan like me, who needs any more convincing as to why you should watch the show, Momoa went on to say this about his character. Just imagine if Khal Drogo actually lived on. Well, that's it. That's pretty much what you need to know. I will honestly pay the $4.99 just for this show. We can all share my password. It could suck, but it has a ton of potential, and I'm sure it's gonna find out. Are you stoked for the show? Let us know in the comments. And be sure to hit subscribe so you can keep up with the latest in entertainment news. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.